Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast of three brothers trying to figure it all out, with your hosts Brandon, Collin, and Aaron. On this week's show, more base number systems.
Hello.
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 What's up?
Oh, hey. Things and stuff.
Good old things and stuff.
Good old.
Gotta like it.
All the stuff, and only some of the things. Okay. Sorry, I just sat down. Yes, everyone is on recording. Hey, our first guest appearance.
Hey, can I make a comment?
Always.
Our brother was very brave and just did his first Instagram live.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Trendy.
Wow.
We talked for a whole 7 minutes.
7 whole
people.
minutes.
14.
Hey. All right.
Okay.
So context for your inaugural Instagram live run. What were you gramming about, Collin?
We were just doing a week review of our week for the Pet Sitter podcast, Pet Sitter Confessional podcast.
Very nice.
Of we released 4 episodes this week, and needed to do a recap of what those were, and everybody knows so they could see what we've been talking about. That's a lot. That was a lot.
That is a lot. Every time I look at my phone, it's like, bing! Like, what? Hey, what you doing? Another one? Really?
I blame my wife.
And we appreciate you listening.
Thank you for listening. You are
Yeah.
appreciated.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Now let's make this a 4-person podcast. No.
Way.
Wait. So yes, if you're on the grams, you can go see that live.
Oh,
Not live anymore, but
it's
recorded now. It was live at one point in time.
Used to be live.
It used to be live. That's what I'm going to start calling recordings. They just used to be live broadcast.
Yes. Excellent.
So, yeah, that was about all the excitement I have.
It's more than me. I'm not done. I went and got gas today.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, that's about it.
Oh.
It's been the extent of my excitement.
Aaron, what about your excitement?
Just had a case that I've been trying to find these people for about 3 weeks. And then another case popped up, and the person that went out there to find them literally found them within like an hour. And I was like, really?
Dang.
So, I mean, just typing, and then that happened. I mean, other than that, not really a whole lot of anything really happened. Still can't go adventure anywhere. Still can't do any of that stuff.
Yes, that's true. Lots of sitting on the couch and doing stuff. Although we do have another installment of why ads annoy Brandon.
Oh.
Yes. So during this time, I've been playing just like random mindless games on the phone while I like watching TV or whatever, just to while away the hours. And we've noticed a bit of a trend on the ads that you get when you're playing mobile games, specifically ads for other mobile games.
Those are pretty bad.
They're pretty bad. And the thing that really annoys me about them the very most is how they are trying to make you download their game because they show you someone playing the game badly.
Oh, right, like dying.
That's that's the hook, right? They specifically a lot of these like puzzly game type of things, I guess. I don't know. I haven't downloaded them. Their ads aren't really working, but
shocking.
It's like some sort of puzzle solving casual game kind of situation, right? And it's like it will show people just solving the puzzle the wrong way and failing in an attempt for you to be like, I can do that, and then like download it and do it correctly, right? I think that's the goal. But seeing these like all the time, just like, this is driving me crazy. I can't.
If listeners like this kind of talk, they can go back and listen to episode "Prescribed Ad Hole" to hear more about our
There's a follow-up. There's a follow-up
and ads.
Don't have a lot to do right now, so I've been watching a lot of television and seeing a lot of ads and playing games on my phone,
which is crazy because every news report that I see is talking about how ad revenue is it's basically zero for everybody right now.
Well, that's odd. I mean, because ads are in media. I mean, I get people aren't buying the stuff perhaps because they're busy buying things like, food,
right,
stuff. So that might be that part. Like when you see the ad on television, you're like, well, I can't buy that right now. So maybe that's where they count some of that from. Yeah. But it has been weird to see the two types of ads on TV. Right? There's the one that's like, hey, we're all in this together and we care about you. Burger King? No, you don't. You just want me to buy your Whopper. Okay? Stop it. Right? This is the hey, we want you to feel better by buying our product ad. Right. That's the one. The second one is the one that's like completely just ignoring everything. It's like, go adventure in a Jeep. And you're like, I can't though. I'm not allowed to do that.
Right. Oh man, all those like makeup and self-care commercials of like, you deserve this. Take some time for yourself.
Yeah, like all I got is time right now.
Time.
Yeah. Ain't no one gonna see me right now. Like talking about here's a face wash. Like, I don't care. No, no one is seeing me right now. I'm just
really going for the Rustic Hagrid.
Yeah, that's really what I'm going right now. Right? I'm just really fully enveloping, like embracing the hermit look right now. So like, I don't care about, I don't need your weird like stuff when you go out. I'm not going out. Stop it. It's really weird. There's like really two very strange contrasting advertisements on TV because I was watching. They did another psych marathon the other day. I was watching some of that because man, that show's the best. And I was just sitting there watching it. But you watch his ads, you're like, what? These are very, very one-sided or the other, right? Like no, see, like completely normal. Like, hey, go out, do this. Like, no, I can't. Or actually. Like, while you're at home, buy this. Like,
I can see who bought their ad spots in advance.
Yes. So it's very. That's been my big observation of the week. Just
it's pretty
sitting
good
at home, playing Sudoku on my phone, watching television, seeing ads that annoy me. That's been good. Trying the challenge mode of playing the Sudoku with hexadecimal. That's fun.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I think more Sudoku puzzles need different base number systems. Make them more exciting.
More base number system.
Yeah, this one is definitely hexadecimal. Which is awesome. So it's a big like 16 by 16 square thing. Yeah.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah. So you can play in hexadecimal. It's a good time. Be fun to play in other bases, right? Base 12.
I
That'd
don't
be
think
cool.
so. I don't think.
You know,
I think that's a different definition of cool.
it's cool. Dozenal, right? Is that what base 12 is called? Dozenal?
Base 12.
Duodecimal? I don't remember.
DOS, anyway.
Base 12. Base 12 is good. So, like base 12. I think base 2 would be a very small puzzle.
Bitty bitty.
You hate yourself. You can play base 60, right? That's a counting
really
system.
Self-loathing.
When you really have a lot of time to devote to that. Yay.
Well, we were just saying we weren't going anywhere. So
That's true. Just sit here doing nothing.
Get this done.
Oh, that's what the like really just like melancholy sort of hit me this week, right? Where I was just like, I just don't really can't bring myself to do anything at all. Even the small little things that I've been doing. I'm just like, why?
Why bother?
Yeah, right. It's like I could do it later. It's not like I pressed for time. So it's been that weird week where you just kind of get that like blah. And it's a little rough. So like
yeah, well, that's as the extensions keep coming, that's really where everybody's finding of going, okay, I was mentally prepared for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Yeah, I got that. And then nope.
yeah, right. This is that. Like can't even really remember what week I'm on of not being at school. Right. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yep.
So it's like
maybe, yeah. No, it is. I'm right there with you. Just seeing it stretch on and on, you just start going, okay, well,
because this should be 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? I think if I'm looking at my calendar correctly. Roughly 5 weeks of sitting at home. Like, blah. So yeah, a couple weeks, you're good. But like we're talking about that today, right? It's like one of those things like normally when you're at home, when you're off or whatever, you're like, oh man, I'm just gonna go do this. Like absentmindedly, like go do thing, like go to X store, right? Go whatever. Now you're like, well, nope.
No, guess I'll
just sit here some more.
Be here.
Yeah. That's the part that's like, why?
Well, maybe you can start branching out to some new music, since you guys some of our listeners also like listening to bands such as The Weeknd and Kelsea Ballerini.
That's a person.
And Sam Hunt is a
I know
person.
That you're not really.
He's in a band with himself. That's a band.
I mean, he's like a rapper. The Weeknd's like a rap artist. I know that you are trying to flex your cool points by being on the gram, but apparently you're not really up with the music lingo.
He has,
and you would know that Sam Hunt just released a new album.
I don't know any of.
So that's why that one's popular right now.
I genuinely have. I'm reading through these, and they're like, I don't know who any of these people are, and I'm like scrolling, and I'm going, nope, I have no idea.
Now, to be fair, if I went through the list of things that I have listened to recently, you would also say that. Because it's just really obscure and bizarre.
But that's obscure and bizarre in a good way. Not.
I mean, that's not. It doesn't. Not necessarily, because some of the stuff that I like to listen to is really weird. Good or bad is not really relevant. It just is weird. So I like Sam Hunt is a country dude, right? He's like a country guy. So I mean, if you don't listen to country music, which I don't, I just happen to know who that. I just happened to see something online that his album finally came out after like 20,000 years. He's the Body Like a Back Road guy. If you've heard that song, that's him.
Ah.
So he finally released his second album after a long time. I don't know if it's any good or not, because again, I don't listen to country music anymore. Really, that's not really a thing I've done in a long time. Fourth and fifth grade, big country music time for me.
Where does he go with the Body Like a Back Road? Does he follow it up with like filled with potholes and
listen?
rutted?
Every time it's on the radio, Shayna likes it. She thinks it's funny. I ask those questions. I'm like,
have you ever been on a back road?
Like, does that mean that you're ashamed of her because like it's the back way that nobody goes? Like, I don't understand. So
nobody cares for it, and
but that's the big song that he's
maligned.
famous for.
Okay.
I think the metaphor that he's going for is like he says something like
worn. I don't
know. No, he says I believe it's in reference to like a back road that you yourself have traveled a lot, because I believe one of the lines that he says is, I know every curve like the back of my hand, right? So he's trying to reference that you're like, that it's like a good thing, right? Like a familiar something. I don't really know. I don't happen to think that he pulls it off particularly well, but
okay.
That's just not my style of music. Again, I haven't listened to any country music.
Seeing here
since Brooks and Dunn. Really, that was kind of my list. So that tells you how out of the loop I am on country music. That was kind of it. So
yeah, no,
shout out Brooks and Dunn. But
I'm reading these lyrics, and these just this is not.
Yes,
not at all. He's never been on a back road in his life. Okay.
I mean, probably not for a long time.
Right.
Because again, I think of the back road like the random back roads to my friend's house, not well maintained, right? Poor.
Well, and I
like
one of his lines there was every inch is a mile, and I'm like, that's not a really flattering thing to say.
Yeah, that's a little tone deaf.
Anyway.
But...
okay. Well,
yeah.
I don't know who any of those people are. Cool.
Yes. So, but it's fine. Today. But again, if I was like, hey, I told you I haven't listened to music this week, really. I'm kind of taking a break from my music listening because I'm just like, No, again, I was like, I could do it later. Whatever. But if I had to tell you, if I told you the last 5 things I listened to, you'd be like, what?
Sure.
What are you talking about? So,
tell you the people who really have it rough this week are the NASA astronauts returning.
Yeah, that's
after being
fun
in orbit for many months, coming back to an Earth that's way different.
Yeah, like if I was, I'm like, yo, can I just like stay here? Can you send me some?
Send me around another time. Just two more laps, coach.
Send me up some food, and I'll keep doing stuff. I'm good.
I'm good, guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
That'd be a weird adjustment.
Yeah, because they're like, oh man, I can't wait to come down and see everyone. Oh, dang it!
Oh no! Right.
Oh, I can't wait to come home and spend weeks in this room, just on the ground now. Can't even do fun, no gravity things.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the bathroom is gonna be much improved, probably, but because that in space is just a weird undertaking. All kinds of extra stuff, right? Like, what? Extra hazards, right? At least on Earth, your waste doesn't just like start floating away. Like, no, come back.
Wait, what I wanted, JK. Oh, speaking of space, have you seen the new high resolution photos from Apollo 13?
No.
Let let me see if I can send this to you guys. What they did was, they went and remastered a lot of the images that were taken.
So now
while
Tom
on
Hanks
that,
in high definition.
yes, yeah, in
Okay.
high definition. So a lot of the
Kevin
photos
Bacon.
that we that we know. Let me see if I can find this. Reprocessed.
Listen, Apollo 13 is a very important movie for the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon game. So, got to know that
Well, yes. Oh man, I need to find these. What they did was they reprocessed.
I saw the headline somewhere, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, this is gonna drive me insane. I'm gonna try and look for this. Oh yes, here they are. What he did was he stacked multiple frames. It's unworldly. Here, I'm gonna send this to you guys in our super secret text channel.
Called texting. That's not
Shh. Super secret because no one else is on it.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
See, except for the NSA. Hi, NSA. He super processed these old grainy photos by stacking multiple versions on top of one another to create a composite image and then digitized it. And it is insane. One of the ones that's really cool is he took this processed image of the Apollo 13 service module that shows the damage from the outside, and he reprocesses it, and it's in color, like super shiny, and looks exactly like you would expect it to see, like if you walked up to it today.
Whoa!
Yeah. Scroll through these. Like, these are photos that were taken while up there and were reprocessed. I mean, it's
a
weird.
Little better than 16 millimeter.
It's unnerving how crisp they are. Like, just because we are not used to seeing them like this, right? We're used to seeing the Apollo 13 is kind of grainy and black and white or whatever in a lot of these photos, and now they're just creepy. I don't know. It's kind of not necessarily a uncanny valley, but kind of is to me, just because they're so not what I'm used to visualizing for these. But anyway, really cool stuff. I'll include a link to that in the show notes.
That's pretty neat.
On the wonderful photography what news site, Petapixel.
Sure. Okay. So rude. He's playing with a tape player while Jack's trying to sleep back there. Come on, Jim. What are you doing?
Just trying to sleep.
Just trying to sleep. He was not feeling well, if you recall, in the movie. And so we're up here playing with the tape player.
He was very sick.
Being all ridiculous. That's cool though.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like, I saw that headline somewhere and was like, I should read that. And then got distracted and didn't. Whoopsie. So I got all off track.
Yeah, I've almost completely forgotten about that until just now. So cool. It is nice.
That's kind of cool.
Okay. Well, that.
Ow.
Well. You okay?
Yeah, I dropped my phone on my foot. That was
no.
That's not exactly my plan. I didn't want... Whoopsie daisy. Ugh. So, Collin, since you're being all judgy, I think we should tell the good people what type of music you have been listening to lately.
That will be really short. Here, let me pull up my most recent playlist. Let's see what I have. The number one track is Big Smith and Family from Hay to Z, Hillbilly Songs for Kids playlist. And listen to that with the kids.
There you go. Nice.
And then I have been listening to my my reading playlist. It's music that I listen to while I'm reading. Includes so it's mostly music without words.
Okay, I was
So
gonna say because I was like, how do you do that? I can't listen to stuff while I read. That drives me crazy.
so I listen to I do listen to some podcasts while reading, just depending on
While
what the
reading?
podcast is. Yeah,
What?
yeah, like background noise. Anyway, a really great one is an artist called Tycho, Tycho.
Mhm.
Really, really neat. Then there's one called Timecop 1983, and if you can think of the music from like a cop movie in 1983, that's kind of what that music is.
Well, so it's synthwave music, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and so that's what I was going to mention that later, but that's what I've been listening to too sometimes, because I listen to that at work a lot because it's there's no words or anything like that, so it's not like in the way, it's not bothering. So I've also listened to some of that stuff. That synthwave stuff is really cool.
I really like it.
And then there's also a you should check it out. There's a subgenre of synthwave. Okay. I realize that statement is very odd. Aaron, this one's for you. It's called, wait for it,
Waiting.
Soviet wave. And it's like it's like synth music based on like music that came from like Soviet Russia, I guess. And there's lots of like weird things in there. It's super awesome.
Oh my.
Actually, it's a lot more like it's less bassy than like normal synthwave. It's like a lot less driving because a lot of synthwave is like that real hard, like bassy, you know. It doesn't really have that. It's a little different. But yes, I recommend check out some Soviet wave. Lots of Soviet wave playlists on YouTube if you're curious. Just check some of that out.
Sounds really good, actually.
I have to look up I can't Soviet remember which one I like a lot, but I'll send you my favorite one later if I can find it.
So also on this playlist is Deadmau5, but instead of the S, it's a 5.
It's a 5. Yes.
Yep. Also, the soundtrack to Monument Valley, the game, by Stafford Baller, is
again
wonderful.
Video game soundtrack, very underrated.
Yes, 100%. Which is I have several of them on here from video games. I don't know.
Yeah, I like them when we're studying at school and stuff.
Yeah.
Play them. Stardew Valley one is good.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say that's one I have on here. What is this one? This is called from Destiny 2.
Oh yeah,
is also good.
The soundtrack from Celeste is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one.
That's what that's what I've been listening to.
There we go. All right. Mine's a lot more other than weird Soviet wave music. I was listening to
much.
It's awesome. You don't even, it's great. I was listening to a lot of well, actually I was on YouTube, right? And I got this thing just showed up my feed of the Goldfinger. And I was like, what? Man, I haven't listened to Goldfinger in like 12,000 years.
Oh my gosh,
right? Yeah. And I watched their quarantine videos from their songs and stuff. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much I like Goldfinger. So I've listened to a lot of like that video that I sent you.
Yes, that was
like,
amazing.
I don't know if you ever listened to Goldfinger at all ever, but I did. And
hey, guess where I listened to Goldfinger?
It's probably Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like everyone else.
It was watching you. It was I listened to that music while watching you play Tony Hawk Skater,
or in my car at some point. Sorry about that. Yeah, but like that was definitely a band that I hadn't thought about since I was in high school, and I saw that and I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, and their quarantine videos have been really cool. Those have been fun to watch.
In Your Bedroom one is the best one ever. Listen to that thing like a million times. But also, in that video, I don't know if you know this, but the guy that's playing bass there is actually the bass player from MXPX, another band that I haven't thought about in around about 15 years. So I was like, oh my gosh.
Traveling down
That's-
all the well-trodden roads.
Yeah, it's Mike Herrera. And I was like, that guy looks really familiar. Oh my gosh, it's Mike Herrera. So I watched that. I've been listening to a lot of like late 90s, early 2000s punk music. Like that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Because also I saw that Matt Freeman, who is the bass player for Rancid, has been doing bass bunker videos from his house where he's just like doing play-alongs to his old songs, the old Rancid song.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I haven't listened to Rancid forever either. I love Rancid. Saw them at Warp Tour. It was great. I met Lars. Like I walked by him and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" So I met him. That counts. I met Lars Fredrickson. There we go. My one story from Warp Tour. We were walking by each other and he was like, "What's up, man?" That was it. Big orange mohawk and everything. It was great. But
love it.
I've been listening to like weird punk music from back in the day because I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome."
That's again the comfort food of music for you.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's that weird comfort food music that I used to listen to a lot because I noticed when I was going through my rather ambitious plan of trying to listen to my music collection sporadically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I have that I'm like, I don't really like this. I like, why did I buy this?
Oh, never mind.
Because back in the day, that's the other thing you did too. You like bought. You were like, oh man, you hear that one song, and so you have to like buy the CD, right? Because that's the only way you could get it. And so you get it home, and you're just like, oh, well, the rest of this is very disappointing. I don't like.
Okay.
I don't like this at all. Dang it. So I was doing that for a while. I kind of slowed down there because I was just like, ugh. I got to a point in my thing, I was like, I don't like these. So I'm going to take a break.
Hey, just going to pop in here real quick. Have you checked out our website lately? It's obrotherpodcast.com. You'll find extensive show notes, some full transcripts, and tons of links for every single episode. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram and Twitter. We are Oh Brother Podcast on both of those platforms. We would really appreciate if you could go and leave a review on iTunes, Google Podcast, and Spotify. I guess there's some more music that we need to listen to here, so we'll do that and get back to the show. Aaron, what about you?
Oh, music-wise?
Yeah,
it was kind of a weird. I don't really like. So sometimes whenever I'm typing, because that's pretty much all I've really been doing is typing and calling people. So it kind of feels like I've been back in college, typing up college papers, and like I just wrote like a 20-page DA summary the other day, and I was like, college as is sucks. So sometimes I'll put on some of like there's one channel, kind of like with the gaming music, but it's like the Legend of Zelda.
Oh, that one's
soundtrack.
good.
And so I'll put that on.
Cadence of Hyrule soundtrack is really good.
But I usually like to put on like the 2-hour long videos.
Yeah.
And just listen to it because usually I can get done. Or sometimes I'll watch like people like playing a game like streaming on Twitch or on YouTube. So I'll watch those. Kind of with what Brandon's talking about with the Russian soundtrack. I'm actually going through and playing some of my older games, like the Metro series.
Oh yeah.
And they actually have some really cool soundtracks that I'll just sometimes put on and listen to, and I'll just put my headphones on and jam. There's I don't know if I can really say the name out loud, but one band that I really kind of like to follow. So the guy comes from a YouTube channel called Game Grumps, and he has two bands. One is kind of like the more serious, actual, and it's something that he's been wanting to do since he was like a kid, is actually be in a band. And so he has two of them, and one is kind of like the more serious, more like, actual music. And then there's like his other band is more like the goofy kind of, not serious stuff. And so I listen to them every once in a while, and sometimes they'll pull up the music on YouTube, and I'm just like, oh, yay! And I have to watch it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because
I just sent you a link for you on text. Your YouTube video. The second song on that list is my favorite one.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll add this to my.
Let me find a.
It's the one that's "Don't Leave." That's the one. I like that one. The best one. But I think this is the Gummy Boy, I suppose. Is that what that is? The rest of these are in Russian, so I'd have no idea.
Do you think should I send him that one?
That second one is my favorite one.
All right, I will send you kind of the atmosphere of the video.
I'm scared now because I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen.
So a lot of them
really scared.
So one of them, it's not that bad. It's just kind of awkward to talk about because a lot of the music.
Last time we had this much lead up to something, we went to war with another country. My goodness.
Wow, a little dark.
And so, yeah, I just like their music, and they're goofy, they're silly.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit on the inappropriate side sometimes, but it's just kind of that weird humor. But he also is a part of a YouTube channel that him and a guy and his friend basically just commentate and play video games. They've been around for like 7-8 years, and so he's just like, yeah, people when I was a kid told me I'm not good at singing, and he's like, I really wanted to join a band, and his friend's like, well, then do it. He's like, oh, okay, and so then he started a band. But then the occasional, Star Wars movie here and there kind of things. I think what else we've watched, but yeah, music wise, I don't really follow a band. It is kind of what Collin was talking about earlier with I don't know who these people are. Before all this would happen, or all this stuff happened, they'd a lot of the times the radio would be like, blah 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 is coming to the OK Arena, OK Energy Arena. I'd be like, who is that? And then they'd play a song. I was like, that's who plays that? So I'm extremely out of tune with the youth of the world. And
well, no, it's just what your niche is, right? Because like my lane for like musical taste is way different, right? I like weird punk rock music and like power metal, right? For some, like that's what I like to listen to. So I like to listen to. I've been listening to a lot of Social Distortion also because I love Mike Ness so much. That band's awesome. But also like, so I like that like punk kind of stuff, but I like, and like Dropkick Murphys, obviously. Listen to that. Like, who doesn't love Dropkick Murphys?
I had a little trip down memory lane. So sometimes that happens is that someone will say a word and then I'll automatically just start singing off of that word. That's mostly related to some sort of known music.
I do that too.
Yeah, I can't remember what we were talking about, but I was with Shelby, who was looking at me, shaking her head, and she's like, "Wow, the sun!" Like she said something about the sun, and I was like, "The sun is a massive." And then she like looked at me with that look, and I was like, "Okay, let me explain." And so
you just bring up some "They Might Be Giants." Like, listen,
we did, and then we also bought a birdhouse for the barn swallow that we have, and I was like, "Put a little
in your soul,
in your soul." Yeah, and it's weird. She keeps giving me weird looks. I don't get it.
Welcome to my life. That's my life literally all the time. But I do that. Same thing happens to me. I say things. Susan goes, "What?" Fine, don't worry.
Yeah, and so yeah, we had some They Might Be Giants reminiscing.
Yeah, I love They Might Be Giants.
And then I might make her listen to Dr. Worm here in a little bit.
Yes. You gotta listen to the Istanbul song. That's the most.
Oh, I've been singing that constantly.
Okay, that's good. You mean Constantinople?
Yeah. Again with the look. I don't get it. Oy vey.
That was really bad.
It was great.
You-
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, I was gonna finish my power metal thing
Yeah.
where I was like, I like Dream Theater a lot, like Dream Theater, and a couple new bands I discovered recently. Well, new to me, I guess. Is Unleash the Archers, like a Canadian power metal band, and the girl that sings it is like super amazing. And then there's another one called Frozen Crown. I think they're Italian, maybe. I don't remember. But they're really cool too. So check them out. Because I like the power metal stuff because it has like singing, right? Like I like the heavy guitar and the riff and the soloing, but I like this singing. I'm not really into the like shouting, like this growling. I'm not really into that. So like,
Okay.
So there was a
They have
band that
Dream Theater has an epic website when you first pull it up. That is very unnerving.
everything about Dream Theater is epic.
Okay.
I still just really like the Metropolis Part 2. It's like my favorite Dream Theater thing ever. It's like it's an old album, but the whole thing is just like fantastic by everyone.
there was a band I used to not listen to. I would listen to like a song here and there just because it's really cool, but it's called Faun. And it's like a Norwegian what's the word? Celtic like rock band. Like
Yeah.
And so I can't remember. I think it was someone that I met in college, and it was like I think the conversation was, "Dude, you should like really listen to this." And I was like, "No, okay, just whatever you do to stop talking to me." And so that name has been stuck in my head for so long, and I haven't listened to like any of their music. But I was like, "What weird, interesting band did I used to listen to a song or two?" And yeah, it's Faun, and it's called Faun, and it's like
That's
a
pretty sweet.
weird Nordic
Faun.
Yeah.
Faun.
What you should listen to is, I think it's called, I have to listen to this up. Is it Heilung? Is that what I'm looking for? Heil. Yes. Heilung. Heilung. They definitely sing in like medieval German.
Yeah.
And it's like they dress up and like it looks like late migration period clothing. Like the lady singer always wears like deer antlers.
Experimental folk music.
Yeah,
oh my.
From Northern Europe. They're amazing. So if you listen to that sometime, it's just so different. It's lots of drumming and a lot of like singing and like, yes, it's really good though. But it's definitely way left field. Also, Aaron, before I forget, there's a band called Sabaton.
Oh my god!
And they are like a power metal band, but they sing about like historical things. Like they have a song about like the sinking of the Bismarck, and it's so awesome.
Send me a link to
Did they
it.
sing about the Edmund Fitzgerald?
No, that's Gordon Lightfoot. But Sabaton's like a power metal band, and they definitely sing about like weird historical things. That's like their thing. Like definitely I did listen to a song about the sinking of the Bismarck, and it's great. And the video is like really bizarre because they're like on a boat and everything. But I'll find one for you too in a minute. So before I forgot, I just want to throw that out there. Sorry.
So when I first started teaching, and I remember talking to Brandon about kind of having like background music while the kids worked that like didn't have any lyrics or anything, so the kids couldn't get distracted. And I was sitting there and like I think I literally pulled up like the soundtrack to Skyrim and I had it playing.
Excellent.
And some of the kids, one class like absolutely loved it. Like it was the coolest thing in the world. And then I had another class that was like, ask making requests. And I was like, man, I am not a DJ.
No, I don't take requests.
And so what I did,
would you like to listen to electronic music or classical music? That's the choice.
So I stepped outside to talk to a teacher. When I came back, one of them had gotten onto my computer and like changed it to some like hip hop song. And I was like,
Nope.
oh,
Illegal.
okay. this is how we're gonna play. So I may
no.
or may not, no other teachers were there, may or may not have put on Mongolian throat chanting music. That was for like the 3-hour version, and I
So-
played that the entire class.
So on that note, have you ever listened to a band called The Who? H-U?
I'm looking at it now.
They're like they sing it's like Mongolian metal. They like play traditional Mongolian instruments,
Mongolian band. Oh,
and they're amazing. The song Wolf Totem
oh! I just
is
looked at that video.
rad. So good.
Yeah. Well, because I played that, and they're like, Mr. Funkhauser, and I was like, "Is what you get for touching my stuff?" Like, y'all know better. And weirdly enough, I didn't have a problem with it for the rest of the year. It's so strange. But yeah,
Weird how that works.
it was like a recording of some guy literally standing on top of a mountain, like with his like hawk, like in the
I've seen that
background,
video,
and like he
actually.
was like playing the what is that called? That stringed instrument.
Yeah, I
He
don't
was
remember
just
exactly.
and just singing it, and I was just like, "This is the 3-hour loop, guys. You asked for this." And then my other class was like, "Oh, it's actually really cool." And then we had like 10 minutes left at the end, and we talked about Mongolian culture and Mongolian history afterwards. I was like, this is learning right here. I just remember the groans from the other class as they learned their lesson the hard way.
Yeah, I will listen to oh whoops, that's not what I want to do. Like the lo-fi hip-hop stuff. I listen to that sometimes in class because it doesn't have words either. So it's cool.
Meanwhile, the other most played thing of mine is pop punk essentials.
Yeah. What's up? That's
Yellow
good
Card.
stuff. Oh my
Well,
gosh, I forgot about Yellow Card.
Weirdly, it's weird to see this mix because it includes like Yellow Card, Operation Ivy, Lit, Panic at the Disco.
Oh, Operation Ivy's so good.
Ramones, Offspring, AFI, obviously Green Day, My Chemical Romance.
Whoops, that's
all
not
those.
what I meant to do.
All those.
Whoa.
I accidentally sent that to you and Susan. That's gonna be really confusing.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, "What the?"
Why? Please.
Aaron.
What things do I have?
Collin. There we go.
Do you guys remember watching Celtic Thunder videos with Mimi at her house? Does anyone remember that?
What?
No.
Celtic Thunder.
You
know it if you saw it.
Thunder, world famous Irish show.
Yeah.
I don't recall that at all.
Let's see. I don't think so.
Oh. Well, we started talking about things like that, and I was like, "Oh, hey, that was a band or music group, I should say."
Music, yeah.
Yeah, looking at so I have a different subsection of for YouTube that I have saved for music videos I like or just music. That if I'm just ever on YouTube, I just click on it, and I have a weird playlist.
Same.
Like I have over like 400 songs saved. Whoops, is it 400 songs?
It's all right.
406.
Sometimes you just you can't remember that flamenco video that you liked, right? And you need to put it next to your Italian power metal music. That's what you've got to do.
I will give you. Yeah. You just create your eclectic mixture there. I will give you. Brandon just sent a YouTube video.
That's that Sabaton.
Sabaton.
Yeah.
I will give you one guess of how I read Sabaton in my head.
I don't know.
Sabotage.
No, Beastie Boy. There we go.
Do you remember that song Intergalactic?
I did not even have to try to make that sound in my head. That is just how my brain
just how it read it.
Read that word.
So I remember watching that music video with Brandon, that Intergalactic song, but I couldn't remember the words Beastie Boys and Intergalactic. And so I was at school, and I was like in middle school, And I was trying to describe that song, but there's no way to describ a music video of
There
people
is
dressed up
no-
in giant suits,
There's
like
no,
fighting.
there is not.
And I was like, oh, it's the. And they're like, yeah, we have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, no, it's like really cool, guys. That song haunts me. Every time it pops on the radio, I was like, is this Beastie Boys? No, it's Beastie Boys. No, it is Beastie Boys.
It is.
We are making a disambiguation between Sabaton and Sabotage in our show
Yes.
notes.
Yes. Also, Aaron, if you are interested in listening to traditional language in metal music, there's a band called Alien Weaponry from New Zealand. They definitely sing in Maori, and it's it's really great.
Send it to
I like it. It's like metally, but they're definitely singing in Maori.
There's a song I don't know why I have it saved, but it's just like a song that just kind
The
of like makes
why
me,
is not important.
it just kind of like it's just one of those songs that like makes me happy like every time I listen to it. And I gotta find it and I'll send it to you guys. But it's just like a, why do I have this song saved again? And then I play it and I'm like, yeah, this is why. And then there's a people that I follow that they do like Disney songs, but they do them in like metal versions of them. So there's like the Bells of Notre Dame sung in like the metal version, and it's just like, oh, that's really cool.
All right. Colin, if you want some
Celine Dion.
pop punk, there's a band called the Bomb Pops. They're like a SoCal like punk rock band. They're very like poppy, right? They're pretty cool.
Okay. All right.
I think they just came out with a new album too. Pretty good.
Oh, I listened to a bunch of weird Bad Wolves zombie version. Heck yeah.
There's also what was I listening to? Oh, in the fall. Only in the fall, really. I like to listen to some Nekromantix because
Well, sure.
I mean psychobilly music is kind of for Halloween. I like it randomly, but I do like the Nekromantix. I do listen to that around Halloween time a lot. I'll just be like, no, I need this right now. I need this. I need this stuff in my life.
Remember what one of their their album, which one?
They have lots of. Every time I bought one back in the day, people would look at me really weird because there's definitely one called "Dead Girls Don't Cry."
Yes,
and you buy it at a store, and people go, "What?" Like, it's a joke. It's campy on purpose, right?
Yeah.
So I must make a confession.
Oh,
Collin, this is directed to you.
Oh no.
Years ago, I asked you for assistance helping me burn a CD. I told you it was a Christian rock band called the Ten Commandments, when it was actually Tenacious D.
What? So confused. First of all, why would you lie about that?
So I just had the word 10, and Colin's like, "Oh, what's this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's 10 Commandments. It's a 10 Christian music thing." And it was totally Jack Black, Tenacious D. So just airing out some, my past here.
So great.
Love you.
I'll be right back.
You scared him away. He's running off.
It was just one of the things that I just remembered now, and I was like, because I didn't know how to burn CDs, and there was not like one person that I followed when I was younger, like an actual like band. And so I would just ask Collin to help me like burn songs. And so I had like several CDs, a mixtape, if you will, of just like songs that are like because I didn't have like the one artist that I was like, whoa, this is the person. I just like certain songs, and I have a hard time being people like, oh man, I love this person. I'm like, who? And they're like, they play that one song you like. I'm like, oh, that's who that is.
I do have that problem with the names sometimes, right? Because I'll be like, you know, the one. And because I used to listen to like albums, just like the whole thing,
Yeah.
right? I can't always remember the name of the song because it's like, the one that's always after this one. Just because I was used to listening to everything in order,
Yeah.
So that's really fun.
Yeah. Looking at the back of the CD case.
Yes. Because when you had the extra ones, or like when your friends burn them for you, I mean, that wouldn't do that. That's illegal.
Make off-site backups.
Obviously.
Mhm.
You're like, I don't know what these songs are because I can't.
I got stuck at a restaurant one time because this old guy was sitting next to me, and he was like we were just talking, and I just wanted to eat my food and leave, and he started bringing up like old 80s like rock bands and things like that, and like, yeah, I know them, but I'm not like a diehard fan. And he was like bringing up his phone and like pulling up music videos and making me listen to like the 8-minute live version of certain songs. And he's like, no, man, this band's for sissies. You need to listen to this. I'm like, I just want to go. Like, I don't know, nor do I care about some like White Snakes songs. Like, no, man, this is not White Snakes. This is blah. This is Def Leppard. I'm like, I don't. Again, zero cares given. And
all I remember is the rule in the car was, in Brandon's car, if you couldn't name the song or the artist, you couldn't sing along.
Oh,
I was just doing that to help you. You could
I
sing
know.
along.
This also brings up a good memory, one that we almost share. Do you remember when we were on vacation and both of you guys did not bring your music selections, and so we had mine?
I believe we brought this up once before. Yes.
Yes.
Brought up before.
But I was retelling the story and how, for some reason, we didn't like my Michael Jackson CD, and so I had to find the Cowboy Classic collection.
We buy it at a gas station.
No, we bought it in the gift store at the hotel. And
it's perfect. Were we in like Montana?
Yeah, we're in Montana.
It's perfect.
It was perfect fitting.
Perfect for cowboy songs.
Yes, we were.
But
obviously.
I thought I remember where I had the CD, and then with a much heavy heart, I remember that my big case of CDs that had well over 50 CDs in it was taken out of my Jeep when I was in Stillwater.
Yeah.
And I remember that being on page like 2 or 3, and it was a bright yellow CD, and I was like, if only I had it today.
Rawhide.
True. Side note, now that Collin is back, I was going to tell you, Christian bands, not all just like calm. Sorry, the worst mosh pit. The worst mosh pit I've ever been in was I went to a Zayo concert in high school.
Zayo, yeah, okay.
And they used to consider themselves, I think they've sort of like not dropped the labeling themselves that more recently, but back in the day they did consider themselves a Christian metalcore band. And that mosh pit was disgusting.
Man, I went to Winter Jam in Tulsa.
Painful. It was the most painful thing. Even more painful than the Warped Tour, where the Suicide Machines definitely were orchestrating some sort of terrible mosh pit. It was awful. I stayed out of that one. But they're not playing around.
Yeah, but I went to Winter Jam in Tulsa, and it kind of felt like being at a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert, because there was like so much fire and pyrotechnics at this who was it, Skillet concert basically.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And I was like, what is happening? There is way too much fire for this. This is not at all what I was expecting.
Said no one at a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert ever.
Heck yeah.
Like, I believe you need more fire.
More fire?
That's what they say.
Well, I think I need to come up with a challenge for this. I think we need to. I'll pick a genre and then rank our top 5 bands or albums out of that genre.
Out of that genre? Okay. Okay. I can probably do that.
So,
what are the stipulations again?
You just have to pick a genre, any genre that you want. So you can pick.
I think. Well, I think it would make it interesting if we.
Or should we be assigned a genre?
No, I think we need to all agree on one.
Oh.
And then we bring our 5. Yes.
Okay, that works. Can we agree on a genre? After this conversation, that question is mildly tricky.
Listeners will look back and at the show notes and say, no, we cannot.
They will say, no, it's not possible.
Maybe
it's
we'll just do decades, like best song of a decade.
No, we can do genre. We'll loosely define a genre. We won't go very specific. We won't go like hyper specific, like Soviet wave, right? We'll go like extraordinarily niche or psychobilly, right? Like these terms that we've been bantering about.
What if we do that and then we
post rock also? If you want some nice instrumental music, I can recommend some post rock bands because it's really cool stuff. I like that. Like shoegaze, like post rock. That stuff's cool. That's kind of fun. If you just love ambient guitar noises for hours, yeah, there you go.
Exploring textures and timbre over traditional rock sound structures, chords and riffs.
Yes.
Post rock.
Yes. It's kind of cool. Silent Island is a good one. That's a good band or album.
Yeah, we'll stick with parent genres, not
okay.
subgenres.
Good idea.
Okay.
Good plan.
Okay. Parent genres.
I'm down with that.
Okay. So, anyone have an option they want to throw out there?
I don't know. Is it? I think we should do the thing that Susan and I do when we're trying to decide where to eat. Which one should we definitely not do?
Okay.
That might be more useful to start with. Like,
not
which one should we eliminate and say which one should we not do?
We should probably not do electronic dance.
Okay, fair.
Reggae.
Okay, because it would just be Bob Marley only. Like,
right.
Like,
I don't know anybody else.
Toots and the Martells. That pressure drop song is really awesome.
Probably shouldn't do.
They also did a reggae version of "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
Okay,
Toots and the Martells. It's very excellent.
I think people can see who's going to win this contest.
No,
probably wait, so no. Are we picking one?
Yes,
or
no, the 3 of us have to agree on a musical genre, and then from that, each of us will go back into our little hovels and pick 5 or so best examples of that, or ones that we like the most. Probably no dubstep or techno.
Fair.
No house music. Can we just say no house music?
I mean, I think we should just go ahead and X off like hip hop / rap altogether.
Rap,
although Wu-Tang for life.
Okay. Well, there we go. Okay.
Insane Clown. I heard Insane Clown Posse.
No.
Probably no ska.
I mean, ska's kind of a punk subgenre.
It is. Okay.
No
psychedelic music or trap music.
Okay. So parent genres, what we have to deal with. Okay. See, you said parent genres, and then you're automatically weeding out all the subgenres, which is interesting choice you've made.
Anyway.
So we have we need to identify the big. We have like rock,
right? Electronic,
country, classical.
Yeah.
Does jazz count as classical, or is it?
Jazz is its own thing.
Okay.
Jazz is its own thing. You could do classical. Or rap, I guess. Rap,
alternative,
hip hop. Oh yeah, it's true. I guess alternative. That's its own.
Get
parent.
Dad on the phone.
Yeah. No thanks.
Okay, so first, I should have said the first challenge is we have to decide what is a parent genre.
What is a parent genre? See what?
Rock. We already say rock.
I think so.
Jazz. New age.
should do H. We could just get rid of that one now. We don't need that one.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm trying to think of also like the music channels on the old Dish network.
Yeah, right.
Where you got all the way to
Latin
the end.
jazz.
It's Latin jazz.
Latin-
right?
So this one, let's see. I've got Google tells me, Google gives me 800,000 things here. Some of these are probably, yeah, because like hardcore punk and punk would be like mixed together, right? Metal would just be one genre because there's 800,000 different ones. Musical theater is the first one on the list.
Here is.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
Folk music. There we go. Okay.
Indie rock. There's pop, rock,
Yeah.
country, rap, blue, like jazz, blues.
Yeah.
Disco. Disco. EDM.
EDM. Punk is its own.
Yeah,
a punk done. And then
I would
listen to the comments fight about that's not folk music. No.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards just looking over at all of our conversations. We talked. I think most of ours were camped out under a subgenre of rock.
Yeah, I would say so.
Or indie. I mean, it's a little. I mean, indie. I mean, I think indie rock is a subgenre of rock.
It's still kind of rock, right?
Yeah. So I think
we'll just have to
rock.
Yeah. We might have to ask for clarification during the week. Like, hey, what do you think does this count?
No. I say, well, you go for it, and you have to defend why you think.
Oh no,
it should be on a rock. Yes.
Okay, so rock music.
Yes.
Not a splinter cell of like punk rock music. No.
Okay. Challenge
accept. Okay.
So this is your top 5.
Top 5.
Now,
just like favorite in general.
So here you'll have to distinguish between best and favorite. And
yeah,
I don't know which way you want to go. I would say best.
Best.
What you think the best is?
Oh, so we really want to fight. Okay, that's what.
Yes. Yeah.
We really want people to shout at us on the internet. Like,
yes.
What are you crazy? That's wrong.
Top 5 best, i.e., not favorite.
Okay.
Now here's where it gets. Is what do you want? Is it albums? Are we ranking albums, artists, or
artists? I think
artists?
Probably.
Okay. Of all,
I think that's probably better, right?
Yeah, I think so. It'd be a bit easier.
And then you can like have a specific album or song
example of why
as your example. But I don't think you should have to pick like that might be a little too much. Like this one song. Like, hold on.
Okay. So we each are gonna go and listen and come up with our top 5 best, not favorite rock artists. Of all time. And if you want to, I think that would be good. We could make Spotify playlists for each of those, and we could include links to those in next week's show.
There we go.
Boom.
Boom. Done.
You might text me the rules again because I didn't get all that.
I'll say it one more time. By next recording.
I'm bored. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're not helping. By next recording, pick your 5 best, not favorite, rock artists of all time, and make a Spotify playlist that exemplifies that, so we can share that between each other and for the show. Done.
Okay. Kind of dropped the ball again.
Just listen back.
Hypothetically, just text me that.
Okay. That's fine.
Yay. You let me be myself.
So he has it to refer to over the week.
Sure.
What was I doing?
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's all about
not that he
notes,
couldn't be bothered to listen.
And You ask way too much.
I know. I asked so much. So much. Okay, cool. This is very exciting. Very good. Okay. Well,
A goal.
I have homework to do and challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Artist is gonna be hard. Narrow it down to 5.
Okay. Top 5.
Okay.
Mm.
We'll endeavor.
We'll go round robin. So everyone.
Yeah.
I think come with your top 5, but have like your runner ups too, so we can kind of talk maybe of who we did.
A couple that didn't make the list. Okay.
Yeah, didn't make the list. And then we can see how we rank them and maybe if we have any overlap.
Sounds good.
Okay, guys. Right. Go forth and conquer. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening then.
All right. Rocking out.
As
it were.
Out.
I think it's gonna be good if this goes well. We could do this recurring with different genres.
Yes, this is what I'm very excited about. Very excited about this.
We could do one day. It will be an extremely niche subgenre.
Yes.
Post rock.
Name the top 5 post rock albums between 1992 and 1993.
Yes, perfect.
In the European continent,
yes. Euro dance hits. Of 1997.
Right.
Excellent.
Oh, we're going places, boys.
Balkan folk music. Okay.
Love this.
I'm in.
Okay. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.